Are they hiding something? Because at this point, it's no longer just vibes, it's patterns, it's energy. It's those little things people think nobody is noticing, but the internet never misses anything, and right now people are connecting dots like detectives on a mission. Because how do you explain the silence, the looks, the timing, the way everything feels just a little too intentional to be coincidence, and you're telling me we're all supposed to ignore that? Nah, something is definitely going on behind the scenes, and whether it's friendship, strategy, or something way deeper, people are starting to ask questions that nobody is ready to answer publicly yet, because let's really talk about it. It always starts small, just normal interactions, nothing too serious, maybe a few collaborations here and there, a couple of moments that fans latch onto, and before you know it, boom, people are shipping, people are analyzing, people are zooming into videos. Screenshots flying everywhere. Did you see the way he looked at her? Did you notice how she smiled? And suddenly, what was once casual becomes suspicious, because consistency is what turns attention into speculation, and right now the consistency is Lou Dan. The funny thing is, it's not even what they say that's making people talk, it's what they're not saying, because silence can be louder than any confirmation, and that's exactly where we are right now. No clear statements, no denials, no clarifications, just vibes, just moments, just enough to keep people guessing, and that kind of silence. It doesn't calm anything down, it actually fuels everything, because when people don't get answers, they create their own, and trust me, the internet has already created like 10 different storylines, and let's not ignore the timing, because timing is everything. The appearances, the posts, the interactions, everything seems to happen at just the right moment to keep the conversation alive. Like 1 minute it's quiet, next minute there's a post, a comment, a subtle hint, and boom, the whole thing is trending again, and you start wondering, is this accidental or is this calculated? Because at this level, nothing is ever truly random, especially when you're constantly in the public eye. Know here where it gets even more interesting, the body language. Yes, we're going there, because people have been breaking down clips like professionals and pointing out things you wouldn't normally notice, the way they stand close but not too close, the eye contact that lasts just a second longer than normal, the smiles that seem genuine but also a little controlled, like they're trying not to give too much away, and when you put all of that together, it creates a picture that feels incomplete but still very telling. And then there's the chemistry. Oh, the chemistry. Because you cannot fake that kind of natural connection, no matter how good you are, when two people have that effortless flow, that unspoken understanding. People pick up on it instantly, and that's exactly what's happening here. Fans are not just seeing it, they're feeling it, and once that emotional connection is established with the audience, it becomes almost impossible to convince them otherwise. But let's flip the perspective for a second, because what if? What if all of this is just perception? What if it's just good collaboration, good energy, two people who genuinely enjoy working together, and nothing more? Because sometimes the audience reads too much into things. Sometimes what looks deep is actually simple, and what feels like a hidden story is just normal interaction being magnified by attention and hyperstill. Even with that possibility, there are moments that just don't sit like normal, because if everything is just casual, why the careful distance sometimes? Why the selective appearances? Why the way certain topics are avoided completely, like they know exactly what people are thinking, but choose not to address it at all? And that's where the curiosity grows even stronger, because avoidance often feels like protection, and protection usually means there's something worth protecting. And you know the internet doesn't rest. Fans are literally piecing together timelines, comparing old clips to new ones, analyzing captions, even checking who likes what and when, because every tiny detail becomes a clue, and whether those clues are accurate or not doesn't even matter anymore, because the narrative is already forming, and once a narrative forms online, it spreads fast. Another angle people are talking about is strategy, because let's be real, attention is currency, and mystery is one of the most powerful ways to keep people watching. The less you reveal, the more people want to know, and the more they talk about it, which keeps everything trending without you having to say a single word. And if that's the case, then this might actually be one of the smartest moves ever, because everybody is engaged, everybody is invested, everybody is waiting for something to happen. But here's the thing. Strategy can only go so far, because genuine moments always find a way to show themselves, and that's where people feel like this situation goes beyond just calculated moves, because some reactions look too real, some interactions feel too natural to be scripted, and when authenticity starts showing through, it blurs the line between what's planned and what's actually happening, and then comes the biggest question of all: if there is something, why hide it? And the answers to that can be many: privacy, timing, career decisions, personal reasons. Maybe they're not ready, maybe they want to keep it away from pressure, maybe they're protecting what they have until they're sure about it, because once something becomes public, it changes everything. Expectations rise, opinions flood in, and suddenly what was once simple becomes complicated, or maybe, just maybe, there is nothing to hide, and all of this is just a perfect storm of chemistry, timing, and audience imagination, creating a story that feels real even if it isn't fully confirmed, because sometimes the idea of something is more powerful than the reality itself. But let's not pretend like people are going to stop asking, because they won't. Every new appearance, every new post, every interaction will continue to be watched, analyzed, discussed, because once people start feeling like there's a hidden layer to a story, they don't let it go easily. And right now, that feeling is very strong. So are they hiding something, or are we just seeing what we want to see? Is this a real connection being kept private, or just a powerful on-screen, off-screen chemistry that has everyone hooked? Is the silence intentional, or just a way to avoid unnecessary noise? Those are the questions that keep this whole thing alive, and until there's a clear answer, the speculation isn't going anywhere. And thing is certain though, whatever is happening, intentional or not, it has people talking, watching and waiting, and in today's world, that kind of attention is not easy to get or maintain. So whether it's mystery, reality or strategy, it's working perfectly, because right now everyone is locked in on the same question: are they hiding something? Or are we just not ready for the truth yet?